Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. All right. What's going on? How y'all doing? Whoa, it is Friday afternoon. I meant to get the chat with y'all earlier, but if you have an immigration question, drop it in your comment section, okay?
You rejected him at first, right?
Yeah.
Let me know if you have any questions. All right, we're trying to go live on multiple platforms here. Meant to come on live with y'all earlier. Let's see, can you see this okay? All right. Try to be a little nifty here, so it's not blocking my head like usual before. All right, what's happening? I have about like at least eight adjustment of status interviews this month. It is now May 2nd. TGIF. Happy Friday. All right. Take advantage of this time with me. I have about at least 30 minutes to hang out with y'all until my team says get the hell out of the live show. All right. So ask a question. You're welcome to join live as a guest down below. Now, if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you can request a link by emailing in. But if you're on TikTok, they make it a lot easier for y'all. So you got no excuse. You can click right there. Now, don't be shy. You could have an attorney already. That's okay. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. But here's the thing. I think of immigration as like going for surgery. If a doctor tells you you're going to have surgery or they recommend surgery, it might be for me. I'm going to get a second and third opinion. I take no offense when people say, hey, John, you're the first attorney I talk to, but I want to talk to another one. All good. I take no offense, okay? But here's the thing. You don't want to wait, okay? Because especially if, I'm not trying to hear or scare y'all, but especially if your case and you receive a request for evidence, okay? There's 4 scenarios where you definitely need to contact my team. Number 1, request for evidence. You have less than 87 days to file a response, okay? 87 days. Let me try to see if I can go on this other platform. This one called Instagram. Okay, second situation. Notice of intent to deny, NOID, okay? NOID. All right, you get less than 30 days to reply. And by the time you get the letter in the mail, it might be too late. A week might pass by, okay? A week might pass by. I'm trying to set this up properly. Okay, there we go. And then the third situation, you get a denial letter. Denial letter, you get 30 days to reply. Again, snail mail. You might lose a week. So you need to have an attorney. Because by the time you get the letter, you might think, oh, damn, you can have the Google search. It's taking you too much time to Google search. Look, it's very important. Definitely depend on or search, read the Google reviews, but don't take too much time. All right. So go ahead. If you've been here for at least 1 minute, go ahead and click follow, click the subscribe, and click the bell, click the plus sign for future notifications. Okay. How's my feed, by the way? I know the internet has been a little shaky here in Houston and where I'm at my office. Is it lagging? Okay, seems okay, I guess. Hope everyone's doing well. All right, let me see if I can put y'all over here. Would that work? Maybe. Okay. Oh, it's stormy in Austin right now? Okay. It was sunny here in Houston when I was outside, at least. All right. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your time. Hey, hang out here for at least 15, 30 minutes. Um, hi, Aina. Good to see you on YouTube. Abdul, good to see you. Unfortunately, no, I have not received any new update on the EAD for asylum seekers, but that's probably more so because of the pause for residency cases for the 485. Um, Now, this is the thing is I've known that USCIS has always had like a secondary review in a sense. I don't think it was official unless there's some kind of fraud alert on their end. But right now, the memo for the 485 for asylees and refugees is an official memo to pause for additional screening. And so it's very similar actually for the people who enter with a parole, for the humanitarian parole through the CBP app, essentially. There's also apparently a pause, an unofficial pause. So that's something to keep in mind because we submitted a what's it called, a expedite request for a client, and and they sent back information about a pause. So if you have any concerns about that, let us know. Hola, Kitchen Prep. Good to see you. Ina or Ina. What are you saying? Detained? I guess I think you're asking, can someone be detained when you go to marriage green card interview? If you don't have any crimes, if you don't have any arrests, and you don't have a court order against you, like a removal order, then no, I don't know anyone that would be detained. Okay, but if you we've even had clients and we advise our clients who have some kind of removal order. Um, they've been okay. They haven't been picked up at the interview. Um, Someone said they've heard of this. Like it's happened to someone. I haven't heard it, but let me know. Have you heard it? Where was it located? Do you know their situation a bit more? Anna or Anna, you're in on TikTok. Your interview for 45 canceled 36 days ago. Okay. Anything else after that? Did they call you? Or you just got something in your online account? You've heard that too, Roy. Okay. I'm trying to find a good spot for this phone. Maybe here, but if I do here, you guys gonna see my hand always moving. Okay, let's try that. Right center. Okay. Roy on Instagram, you're waiting on your family petition/interview, but you haven't ordered deportation because your parents didn't show up to a court date a long time ago. Okay, this happened to be your similar situation then. Have you done anything about that court order? Is that an order of absentia? Like no one in your family showed up at all? So of course it can't it has to be taken care of. Okay. We have an interview later this month for a client who had we filed I-130 first, and then, but because you can't, you know this, I think it sounds like you can't file adjustment of status because you have a court case. So we definitely want to reopen it. So this is what we did for several clients. We filed a petition to show that there's some proof that there's a case on file. Then we provide a copy of that petition and the receipt notice to the court. And of course, if it's what we call in absentia, meaning you didn't show up to court, you can file a motion to reopen and dismiss. But that's if number one, you have someone to sponsor you, which you do, Roy. But the second thing is that you did not know about the court hearing. So it's possible because it sounds like you're, maybe less than 5 years younger than 5 years old, something like that. You said you think there's no. Are you asking a question? Maybe is there any way to reopen if your family petition approved? Yeah, I mean you could do it when it's pending too. That's what we did. But if it's already approved, yeah, you didn't know about it. So yeah, Roy, contact my team. I don't know how it works on Instagram. I think you gotta click up here maybe. That's where my picture is right here. Okay, but there should be a scheduling link that kind of looks like. Where is it? Where is it? I tried to organize this. Okay, there we go. Okay, Roy, it might look like something like that. Okay, I gotta go to that link. I know it's backwards. I think it's backwards. Because we've been able to help people like in your situation. Okay. All right. Let's see. Thank you so much for your questions. Again, if you want to join as a guest, I highly recommend it because for some of y'all, you might have that more than one question kind of scenario, and absolutely happy to help. UK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know about 24 months. I think I-90s take a long time, and that I-90 is one of those situations, especially if you lost or misplaced your card and it's still valid. I think they should just rubber stamp it, like the Staples Easy button situation, but they don't. It still takes a long time. Staffy AV, is there a way to get a code access for online account? Can it be reset? You lost it. Ooh, I think that access code is only valid for a limited number of days, like maybe 60 days. If you DM me, I'll ask a team member to see if they can find out, or email us. Which you're on TikTok, so if you click right here, click on the link, then click right here, this email icon, they can ask us. We'll take a look at have a team member take a look at that, okay? So this example, I'll try to point you in the right direction. You don't have to pay 3 digits every time you want to talk to a lawyer, because even if you ask a lawyer that question on a meeting, we wouldn't know, right? So I have to ask a team member, see if we can help you out. Because yeah, you can get online. The online account is good, but it's not the best thing. Don't think it's the end all be all. It is good because if they they can give you a notice over there on the online account, but it does tell you like, oh, expect a decision in 3 weeks. Then they change it to 18 months, and you're like, whoa, what did I do? Nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong with your case. It's just that it's a glitch. It's like a glitch for everyone. It can be frustrating because I get that question like 5 times a day. Welcome. All right. Welcome to the channel. My name is John Ting. We practice immigration law in the United States with a physical office in Houston, Texas, here to secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. Because the government doesn't give a shit, okay? But we do. Here at Green Card Guys. All right. Jorge, on TikTok, you got an I-130 through your sister, 245I, but multiple entries with visa. Is AOS still possible? Well, if you have multiple entries with visa, that is good. But you have multiple entries with visa, then you don't need 245I. No, AOS is not possible for brothers and sisters if you have not maintained your non-immigrant status. So unfortunately, legal entry alone is not going to cut it. Okay. Sibling category F4, family preference, requires a waiver. Okay, your default, you're going to have to cancel the process, but before you cancel the process, you need to apply for a 601A waiver, which you might not even be eligible for. Even though a sibling can file petitions as step number 1, a sibling does not count as a qualifying relative for a waiver. Think of it as like your anchor, essentially. Your sibling can be an anchor for step number 1, but not for step number 2. That right there is a couple $1,000s worth of information right there. You got to keep that in mind because some people file the waiver not paying attention to instructions, spend like months preparing for the waiver, spent at least almost a G for the application, and then you get denied and thinking, what the hell just happened? That's why some people think it's just filling out forms. It is not just filling out forms. I hate to say it's not just filling out forms. And I'm not blaming you, Jorge, but just sharing with y'all because a lot of people think it's just filling out forms. All right, let's see. Let's get Manny on TikTok.
Hello,
Hello, what's going on, Manny?
so much, Attorney John. Thank you for taking the call.
Sure. How can I help you?
Y'all just curious. I filed my renewal for my work permit, my EAD.
Mm-hmm.
My attorney took forever to file it, so he refiled it because it's around FedEx.
Okay.
Lost it. But now I was just curious, would it be possible to get a renewal? Because mine expires in July.
So he just filed it and it got rejected or something recently?
No, he filed it the 21st of January. For some reason, FedEx didn't pick it up, so I refiled it in March.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's based on vowel.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just curious, is it possible for me to get a renewal before it expires in July?
Likely not. That's pretty quick turnaround time. But you still gotta file it. Um,
Yeah, I'm saying he filed it in March, but he hasn't heard anything from USCIS or receipt notice.
did you get you didn't get a receipt notice? Okay.
Not
Um,
yet. But he
ma-
said he sent it and they said they received it.
okay. Did you ask for the tracking number from FedEx?
Yeah, I got the tracking number.
Okay.
You know what? When he refiled it in January,
Uh-huh.
FedEx for some reason lost it, so he refiled it in March.
Uh-huh. Did you get the tracking number for the one in March?
Yeah, I
FedEx?
did.
Okay.
Well, it's USPS. You use USPS for the second
Yeah,
one.
yeah, whatever it is, the tracking number. Because some
Yeah.
y'all come on here and say you didn't get the receipt notice. That can happen, unfortunately, USCS. But because there might be no need to. I don't know if you were asking me that. I think it sounds like you were asking me, can it be approved before July? I don't. I would know that answer. I wouldn't know. That's like the magic ball type
Most
kind
like
of
the wait
situation.
period because my attorney said I can't file it because based on law I can't file it online.
Yeah, for certain scenarios, you cannot file things online, even though there's a button to do it. It's very specific situations. I don't know why they do it that way, but even if you file online, doesn't mean they would approve it like next week. You would think that'd be faster, but not necessarily. Okay.
So it'd just be like a waiting game for it.
Yep. Can't help you on that one. Sorry, Manny.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye. I mean, the only other thing is maybe, Manny, you can, if anyone else in a similar situation, is to call the hotline 1-800-375-5283. Yes, I memorized it. Fact check me. Fact check me. USCS hotline. Let me know if it's correct. 1-800-375-5283. They should pay me for this. But anyway, actually, they don't want phone calls. They prefer you don't call them, actually. They prefer you use Emma, the web chat bot, which I think still is a human on the other side. Apparently, we've been able to call in before, even though there's no receipt notice. It's been a while. Fortunately, we get a receipt notice every time lately. Let's see here. Okay, let me go to different platforms. Misty, when an I-130 is done online, 45, 75, everything else in paper, do they connect the system at USCS? How quickly? Misty, I have no idea. But what we have done in the past, if we file the I-130 first online, then we get that receipt notice and provide that as a copy with the rest of the package, okay? So I'm sure it does get connected. I don't know how quickly, but usually we only file the I-130 separately. I don't think there's any advantage of filing it separately online. The only main reason we'll file a petition online first, if we already know it's like potentially for adjustment of status, is if there's a court date. If there's a court date, we need that receipt notice ASAP. That's one benefit. Other than that, there's not much benefit in doing that separately for anyone else that hasn't filed yet. Your follow-up question: Do I attend marriage interviews with our clients outside of Texas? Yes, absolutely. I was just in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I love getting out of Texas. Trust me, I love getting out of Texas. So, but it was 30 some odd degrees in Utah. And apparently someone told me it was like 70 degrees the week after that. But we can't control that situation. That's all good. Happy to help. Okay. If you get, look, you may have filed your case on your own. All good. Everyone has a different budget. And then, or maybe you have an attorney now, but someone told me the other day their attorney retired. It happens. Um, So we're happy to help out if you're in a little jam like that. Okay. But early, if once you get the interview notice, please let us know ASAP. Please don't wait a week before because there's certain things we need to get done. Alrighty. Let's get the next person on. All right, Sonny. Good to see you. Welcome back.
Hello, sir.
Hello. How can I help you, Sonny?
I'm good. How are yourself?
Good. Thank you.
Thanks for taking me.
Sure thing.
My question is, so I was used to live in Canada, so but I'm coming here in the US to like more than 10 times before I get married.
Uh-huh.
So when I came here, I came here only for 1 week. Then I get married and go back. Then I came here again, and after 20 days, I filed adjustment of status. So I didn't know about that, so I came here and married that quickly. That's the problem. I didn't know that at that time.
Uh-huh. Do you have an interview now?
So-
What's the cause of your question now?
No, I don't have any interview
Uh-huh.
so far,
Okay.
but I-130 is approved, but I-485 is not approved yet.
Mhm.
It's been more than 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be a problem? Because I came here and married quickly and went back, then came back again, and
I wouldn't say it's like a direct. I wouldn't say it's like an automatic problem. Look, I think you think it's a problem because that's the thing, y'all. Y'all starting to speculate things. You're trying to figure out reasons why you might be delayed. That's not the reason why your case is delayed. Not necessarily. It's just the government sucks. Government doesn't really have a workflow sometimes. The fact that I-130 got approved is a wonderful thing. Take that as a positive, right? The fact that the 485 is delayed, well, it's not really delayed. You said yours is 12 months, right? So traditional timing, even before pandemic, was 485 would take 12 months. Uh-huh.
No. So I applied everything around 24 months ago.
Oh, 24 months ago. What was the 12 months ago part? I maybe missed that part. What was the 12
So
months?
total 24 months
Oh,
ago
okay.
I applied.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, then you need to file a mandamus lawsuit. I think I may have mentioned that to you before. No time to wait around.
Okay.
Where's your case? Which state is your case?
I'm on work permit now. So
Okay.
EAD is approved.
Which state is your case?
I-130 approved. Advanced Pro is approved.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean anything for your 485. What state is your case? Where do you live? Which state?
Oh, I'm in New York.
New York? Okay. At this point, the only option is mandamus lawsuit. If you want the decision sooner, you gotta file it. We're happy to help if you need it, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably go for it. Yes.
Yeah. I know it may seem like, like you might think like, oh, USCIS should make a decision next week. You might hear from a friend like, oh, they got theirs in 12 months or something.
Yeah.
You might get a little jealous. It happens. There's no rhyme or reason. Okay. Your situation, leaving and whatnot, that's not a concern. I'm assuming you have a legitimate marriage. You have the evidence for it. because your I-130 got approved. Now it's just that your case is stuck, unfortunately. I'm glad you have a work permit, but a work permit is not going to get you the green card, right? That just happens to be part of one of the applications, okay? So it's very unfortunate. I see this every day, Sonny. So it seems like
I'll reach out to you.
okay. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Sonny. Safe drive. Okay, bye-bye. So look, I mean, y'all do what y'all want to do. I can just share what we do, right? I can share with you the scenarios. Like, look, if I had the magic ball for each of y'all's cases, that'd be great. Now, some of y'all have a couple of y'all have contacted us about mandamus, and as soon as there have been a couple clients who actually signed it, paid deposit with us, and literally 24 hours later got the decision. I'm like, yeah, we gave the money back. We're not going to keep it. So obviously, like, that'd be the wrong thing to do. We keep it. You literally, someone just got the decision like in 24 hours. But the thing is, none of us know. But what I can tell you is that fortunately, it's not the majority of people that get delayed. But when we use a timing chart, essentially, what we call unreasonable timing chart, to know when we should file based on experience across the country and across the world. Okay. Thank you so much for your questions. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook and YouTube, and if you have an Instagram profile, can y'all do a huge favor and follow me on Instagram? Okay, follow me on Instagram. Ask your homies, your enemies to follow Instagram. Even if it's MAGA, that's fine. I'm here to educate them too, okay? I'm do what I can. We got John McCain on YouTube. Oh wait, before that, sorry. MH Luna. How do you know there's a removal order against you? There is a court website. You email us. Okay, you're on YouTube. So go to this link below the description box, maybe after you're on the live show. Go to that link. Ask the same question. You can even put in a subject line EOIR information, and we'll send you the link, okay? For the government website. I don't know why it shows that. Okay. There we go. All right. No gay. You married last week. Is it too early to file a green card? Hell yeah. Come on now. I know. Look, I know you're excited to apply, but look, you just got married last week. I would wait. Just wait a little bit longer. Okay. Wait a little longer. At least 30 days. Hang out for at least 30 days. Okay. No, but in all seriousness, it does, unless you had a bank account already together, you should develop the statement, right? So let's say you just joined a relationship or joined not joined a relationship, get a joint bank account together, okay? Maybe one of you added each other or something. Yeah, you do want a statement. And in that statement, you need some transaction activity. You better use it. Yeah, no gay. I would say, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I would say at least 2 months. You could just gather more evidence. Yeah. So Sabor de mi Rancho said, make sure you like her or him. We don't know the gender. Let's get Kadesha Abrahams. Yeah. Okay.
Good day.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. How can I help you?
My case, my I-130 just got approved.
Great.
Then when I checked, it said case sent to the Department of State for visa processing. So I was wondering, did I have to submit anything?
Where are you located? America or
In
outside?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Okay.
Jamaica.
Okay. So yeah, within usually 3 to 4 weeks, your sponsor should get an email.
3 to 4 weeks is gone.
Oh boy.
My case got approved February 28th, and then March 3 it says case sent to Department of State.
Okay. You're on TikTok, so email us. I need to figure this out. Okay, went wrong way. You need email us. There to go. Go to the link right here.
Yeah.
Email us up here. There's a little icon like a mail icon, and then ask for put just subject line like what was that NVC website or something. There's a specific web page that could be helpful to submit an inquiry. Okay, and hopefully that can get you going. So yeah, check your email, but also is it you sponsored by a spouse or who?
False. My husband is a U.S. citizen.
Okay, he didn't get an email either. Both of you didn't.
No, he didn't
Okay.
get the email.
Okay, yeah, because that email is very important, as you might know, because it gives you two more new numbers: a new case number and a new invoice number, which is to help you make that payment for the next step.
Okay.
Okay, it's $445 if you're wondering. Okay, email us. All right, appreciate it.
All right, I will do.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're welcome. So, these are just these like little things. I know most lawyers don't like to do that, but these are truly like these uh, resources that we already know what we know exactly which website you need. So, look, if that can help you, man, that probably save you at least a couple months, at least a couple months. And I don't know how many hours you're just Google searching, like Reddit. Most likely, Reddit, Facebook groups will not have this kind of thing. Like, I don't even think AI can figure that. I should test AI to see if it would pull up the right webpage. I highly doubt it though. It's right here. Okay. I created an SOP workflow for my team, a guideline essentially. Like, hey, if someone asks about this, give them this webpage. Okay. Because I already know all the common situation where some people might get stuck. So don't be shy. If you're in a situation like that, contact us. We're happy to help you. Now we can't walk you through every step. We can't have a full-on conversation for 30 minutes unless you schedule a strategy session. Oops, I keep going the wrong way. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, dadgummit. There we go. One of these. I know on TikTok, Instagram, it's backwards. Okay. Okay, back to John McCain. Your husband is scheduled for N400 in approximately a month. Like already scheduled? When reviewing N400, is concerned about the question about detained, arrested, cited. Yeah, I'm always concerned about my clients on that question too. The question, it was answered no, although he was cited in the mid-90s and 2023 for traffic violation or infractions. He plans on correcting the N400 at the beginning of the interview and showing. Yeah, that's fine. Showing the record not available. No, I don't foresee an issue as long as you just be upfront. I mean, most officers I know, they don't give a shit about traffic violations, but there's always that. It's like cops. I got cops that are friends, or I have friends that are cops, but you just have that one or two bad apples of USCIS officer like, well, technically cited as a traffic, you know what I mean? So it's good to have it just in case. But yeah, you can always have the bill opportunity to make a change amendment on the N400 or any application. And what they'll do is that, of course, have that number, the page number, so it makes it easier for the officer to get to. But usually, what happens, let's say, like you're getting to that particular question, or the officer asks that specific question, then you mention, oh, by the way, officer, I want to disclose that there have been 2 traffic violations, for example, and I have some paperwork to show it. But especially usually like in the local area, municipal area, court, they don't. I think some of them only keep records for 5 years. All right, so anyway, if you appreciate how I share information, please tap the screen, hit the thumbs up on your respective channel. Really appreciate that. Especially on TikTok. If I have you fall asleep, I'm sorry. Just tap the screen like that, okay? Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna get the next guest on, but on my laptop, I need to get my charger. So in the meantime, check out these processing times, okay? Study this and ask me questions. I'll be right back. Give me 5 seconds. All right, no one likes the processing times. I get it. No one likes it. I don't like it. So we got to take care of this situation. If you're wondering why do you even need a waiver, some of you don't need a waiver. If you are in America right now, entered with a visa, and your immediate relative classification, then you don't need a waiver. If you're more like a family preference category, which essentially the big difference is the who's your sponsor, what's the relationship to sponsor essentially, in the status of the sponsor. Okay, but if you're a family preference and you entered with a visa or without a visa, and you're in America, you definitely still need the 601A waiver. Okay, unfortunately. And yes, even if you get approved with the waiver, you still need to leave America eventually after the approval of the waiver. Thank you so much for your question. Let me answer one or let's see here. Booty talk or butt talk? Is withdrawal of admission at the border same as deportation? Are they the same or not? No, I have not considered that to be the same. But withdrawal of admission means more like that you withdrew it. So that's likely not the same situation. That's probably not what you're thinking. Did you get denied admission at the border? Like you had a visa and they said, no, you can't come in? Thank you so much for your questions. Let me know where you're watching from. What city or state or country if you're willing to share. And when did you, if you have filed your case with an attorney or without, put the letter P for pending or processing. Okay, if you have filed your case and it's still processing or pending, put the letter P in the comment section and let me know the month and year you filed it. I'm going to assume by default it's a 485 application. If it's something else, let me know. I love to share insights because look, you all deserve legal status. You applied for it. If you applied for it, presumably you knew you're eligible for it. You deserve legal status, okay, in a more timely manner. So I'm happy to share the insights, okay? Okay, let's see here. Do I know the Jay Treaty? No, I don't. Sorry. Let's see. Richie asks, how long does the O1 visa take? Well, what step of the process are you at? Is it petition only, or like the 129? Let's see. On TikTok, your daughter filed is almost done. Maybe you mean the petition. Could you get a visa appointment for the same time? Oh, like you also filed and you're trying to get an appointment at the same time as your daughter? It's not always that case. Depending on the situation, you could possibly get it around the same day. Excuse me. But I don't know what you mean your filing is almost done. Like, how long have you been waiting, Mai? You and your daughter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, username. How long can a green card holder stay outside of America? And just in general, no more than 6 months per calendar year. Okay, let's see here. Duncan Mom says Vermont. What did you file and when? Duncan Mom, 77. Okay. Juana here. Thank you for your question. Your Juana on YouTube is a U.S. citizen. You filed for your wife. I-130 is actively being reviewed since January 2024. So you might know this by now, but actively being reviewed means diddly squat. Nothing. Doesn't mean anything, unfortunately. Because you would think like, oh, actively being reviewed. It means like an officer's actively reviewing it, but it's not. They should just change that status, like pending or something. They should have something like pending, and then in parentheses, no one is reviewing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that would just be helpful to be honest, right? But USCIS, they don't think how we think in terms of workflow. You know, they could just say pending. Like, why trip y'all out? They've been I-130. This is a consular for you, and you're a citizen. Yeah, we got to file a lawsuit by this point. We are in May, so if I'm mathing correctly, that's 15 months. So let's say this, Juana, if it's end of May, you still haven't received no decision, let me know. After this live show, I'm gonna record a video. It might be published hopefully tomorrow on how to check when you can submit inquiry. But honestly, those inquiries doesn't mean much. They don't mean much. That's the best thing we can do without filing a lawsuit, right? But it doesn't mean much. And plus, especially consular processing, that means your loved one is right outside America. So that must be frustrating, right? So don't assume that government is your best friend that's going to do the right thing and process in a timely manner. Especially even there's sometimes where we file a lawsuit based on these timings. Oop, I'm going the wrong way. Like petition says 17 months, filed by a U.S. citizen, Juana, in Texas, okay? Or you're in Texas, but this is all service centers, 17 months. We don't necessarily have to wait 17 months to file a lawsuit. You can if you want, but, you know, let's see here. Hope you all doing well. If you're just joined, welcome. My name is John Ting. I practice immigration law with the physical office in Houston, Texas, here to secure your legal status to live and work in America legally because the government doesn't give a shit, but we do here at Green Card Guys, okay? So if you've got any questions, you're welcome to join live on the respective platform. If you don't join live, it's okay. Some of y'all join later, like you've been hanging out for 6 months, but look, I don't charge y'all for this. I don't know you. It's cool. Just join. I don't see your face anyway. I just see your profile picture. Just join anyway. Don't be shy. Okay. No one's going to judge you. Well, we listen and we don't judge, right, y'all? Okay. For those that have been here for a while, unless there's been some questionable activity, then someone might call you out. but we try not to. We try not to. All right, Misty. You filed a petition. You're still pending January 24. You filed the 485 this year. Did you? Oh, that's okay, Misty. You're saying January 2024. Why did you wait? Did you have a court, or you or your loved one had a court date before? Is that why you had to file the 485 later? Okay, that's good. Glad to hear, Misty. Okay, Patty on Facebook. I wish lift my head up here. Okay, your son's fiance is Chinese. Been here since 2010 on a student visa and now a work visa as a doctor. Oh, okay, that's great. Doctor in cancer research. Okay, great. She doesn't want to become what? Yeah, a lot of Chinese nationals don't want to become American citizen, right? Isn't that interesting? I think part of it is because, yeah, China is very restrictive in their ability to return or access their own benefits there. But should they marry right away? So regardless if she wants to become a citizen or not, but she's here on a work visa. Okay. So yeah, they can go. I mean, if they're committed, obviously. It sounds like it's the fact that you know her situation. That's very kind of you to ask. Yeah, I mean, oh, she filed the green. She filed a green card in 2023. I'm assuming through work sponsorship. Yeah, usually through work, it takes several years, especially when they're from China, India, Mexico, and the Philippines. Okay. So that's going to take a while. It's not like going to be next month for her. I don't even know what part of the process she's at, but probably at the perm process, labor certification. And even after all that, when I was mentioning all those countries, it depends on the visa bulletin. It's nasty. It's real nasty. Oh my God, I sound like the orange guy. God dang it. But seriously, it is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous processing time, okay, for the EB, employment base. So if your son isn't committed to her and she's committed to him, then I do recommend getting married. Okay, so I'm assuming your son is also a U.S. citizen. I think, yeah, you said that. So, and that would be the marriage pathway. Did you pick a date for them? Just kidding. Okay, so let's see. Man, y'all on Instagram are shy. Um, Azam on TikTok. You filed a joint motion to dismiss your asylum based on I-130 approval. Okay, you got the I-130 approved. What happened after that? When did you file it? Now, some people have asked, like, how long does a judge take to sign off, approve, or deny a motion? It could generally take about 30 days. Okay. Sometimes, depending how long it takes, we ask one of my team members will call the court as a, just a check-in, like just make sure that the motion is in the queue for the judge's signature. Because they get a lot of mail. But really, it's the federal government. You would think that, with AI and all this, that they can at least have a upload link, make it a lot easier. Which they do actually for the newer cases. It's just they don't allow for the older cases. Kind of weird. Okay, so I do want to give a shout out to Patty. Okay, let's get Patty. Patty's a mom here, helping out her son and her future daughter-in-law. That's very kind of her to help out her kids. Actually, I had a meeting earlier today at the office, and they brought their son. Son needed some help. Apparently, adult children are a bit shy sometimes to get their shit taken care of. Does that sound like y'all's situation? Honestly, that is one reason to hire an attorney, to get shit done for y'all. Okay, because even if you're normally like an organized person, you busy at work, you just don't have time. The other situation, you might just be a procrastinator. Some of y'all are procrastinators. I can say that because it's true. Okay, let's see here. Labi Osoro, you got interviewed in Italy. The consular officer gave you a 221G, and you kept your passport. Okay, so did you have to provide any documents after that by email or anything? All right, let's see if we can get you on. Let's see if I can find your name. No, I don't think I can find it. Okay, if some of y'all just joined, welcome. You're welcome to join live as a guest. Sometimes that's easier to answer your questions. Shiny, if the K1 visa you didn't marry within 90 days, is there a possibility to still get married, but to the same person? Shiny, or are you trying to get married to someone else? If you're trying to get married to someone else, that's a problem. Then you're going to have to consular process. We can look up for you if the exceptions are allowed for you to get married after 90 days. but it's case-by-case situation. But some people think that they enter on a fiance visa with the intent to marry a very specific person. Yes, MG, you can. I don't know how you do it on Instagram though. Maybe it's the person icon too. What was I gonna say? So many questions here, which I appreciate. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked. Oh yeah, so the fiance visa. Some people think like, oh, just because you have a visa, you enter America legally, that you can marry someone else based on the fiance visa. No, you cannot. They will deny your application, the 485. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your money on that. All right. I think I just saved y'all at least 5G right there. So a little tap would be nice. This kind of tap right here on the screen. All right. Let's see. Just going one by one here. Looks like I'll be here for another 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. If anyone thinks their case is delayed, put the letter S in the comments for stuck. Okay, if you think your case is stuck or hasn't made a decision, hasn't scheduled you for interview, but you think it's been a while, put the month and year you filed it with the letter S, and I'll give you some insights. Okay. All right, Zelda, you're applying for citizenship next week. Can you get married while processing? Well, I mean, you can. Yeah, you can get married. Um, but I wouldn't file for your spouse generally until you become a U.S. citizen. You could now, but it just depends. Depends on your situation. We can talk about it. All right. Hello. Oh, I just want to take a moment to mention that if you've been on a channel for at least the last hour, then you heard this already, but there's at least 4 scenarios that you should definitely contact my team, even if you file the case yourself for now. Okay. That is a request for evidence. You have 87 days or less to reply. And you might think, oh, that's plenty of time, John. That's 3 months. Unfortunately, no. For some of y'all procrastinators. So you need a legal team to support you and to get the shit done for you in a timely manner. Number 2 is a notice of intent to deny. Another reason, as soon as you get a letter like that, just call us, because some of y'all make the poor decision to not respond at all, because the way they phrase it, I get it, but the way they phrase it, it makes it seem like they denied you. But that's because they want to scare the hell out of y'all. Okay? That's an opportunity to respond, to provide evidence, relevant, appropriate evidence to their concerns. They're giving you a chance. They give you a chance to get it done. Okay? Even though they intend to deny you, it doesn't mean they're actually going to do it. Fortunately, knock on wood, anytime a client has hired us for this, we got it taken care of. But look, let me be straight up with y'all. In any situation, if you contact us 1 week before the deadline, 1 week before the court date, it is less likely that we're going to even offer you a quote. Okay, because we need sufficient time to get it done for you. We don't want to misrepresent that, like, oh yeah, we can do it for you, but we don't have that much time. Patty, you're concerned your son isn't aware of the upcoming cost. Your father, her father, sends a bit of money a year to help with mortgage. Oh, that's nice. Patty, have your son contact us, or you're welcome to be in the meeting too, Patty. Okay. It's also helpful if the fiance shows up to the meeting, so we like to verify they're committed to each other. I know you do. Okay. MG on Instagram. So your parents filed an application back in the 90s, but they're separated, and you were included in that case. Oh, oops, sorry. Your mother separated from him because of DV, and that application was never responded to. Huh. Okay. We'll have to take a look. your username seems familiar. Have we talked before? Because I don't remember that situation. But yeah, contact my team, okay? If you have any paperwork about that, please share it about that application from the 90s. Because, for example, if there's some kind of what I'm thinking right now is a 245I. Okay, it's a grandfather law that grandfathered by President Clinton back in 2001, I believe. And so maybe you could be eligible for 245I. It's not just a family petition as proof that would allow you to have the interview here, but it could be a labor certification from a long time ago. Um, yeah, so let's take a look at that. But it's not just that. You still need a sponsor. Okay, MG. You still need a sponsor, for example, like a spouse. Yeah, exactly. It should be gold. We like to verify if it remains to be gold. Exactly. I'm glad you still have it. Okay. All right, sounds good. Oh man. Okay, boss lady. You got a green card in your maiden name, your passport, and 48 months extension in married name. What do you need to do to travel? Okay, so the names don't match. What happened there? Which one has your maiden name? The passport or the green card? Sounds like the passport has your maiden name. Is there a way to get a new passport with your new name? I mean, I don't know if airlines, whatnot, or like TSA give you problems about that, but I'm sure your gut is similar to mine. That is best to just in case to have names the same on all travel type documentation. MG, your brother can file a petition, but the problem is that even if you're eligible for 245I, the gold option, then you need to maintain your status, which would be too late. Okay. And let's see. So that's why, y'all, if you're wondering what are the different options, especially if you're outside America and you're just thinking, man, maybe one of those lucky ones that are able to come through ESTA, maybe you're able to come on a visitor visa, but you're like thinking in your head, like 1% in your head, you're like, maybe I might overstay. Don't fucking do it, okay? Don't overstay your visa if you don't have a game plan, okay? Don't overstay your visa if you don't have a game plan. Because yes, getting married to a US citizen, you can overstay your visa according to law, USCIS policy manual, okay? If you're a parent sponsoring your child under 21, your child can overstay visa. There's very limited scenarios. But some of y'all overstay your visa, but you don't have a game plan. There are options for you. You just have to join my webinar. I will have one next Wednesday, I believe. I think 12:30 Central Time. Okay. My next topic I'm going to talk about is the legal loophole. Okay. If this is beneficial for people who are outside America. Of course, if you're here, like in MG situation already America, we can go run through some scenarios too. But that's free, y'all. That's free, just like this, free. But this could be more specific to share some options. Jen Henry on YouTube. How much do I charge for filing a case for visa overstay since March 2020? Marriage to U.S. citizen and no police interaction. So we don't share fees here on social media, but you can contact my team. Okay, they're happy to share that. We don't want to gatekeep, but at the same time, these social media platforms, they have terms and conditions, and I don't want to get banned. No, thank you. MG maintain status means with a non-immigrant visa. Unfortunately, right. So MG, if the 245I, the quote unquote gold pathway, no, not the Trump gold card. That thing does not exist. Okay, y'all. I don't know why some of y'all have asked me that. First of all, that is $5 million pathway apparently, but that the gold card has to be passed by Congress. But for someone like an MG situation, you can still use that 245I if your sponsor is a spouse that's a U.S. citizen. Okay, not your bro. Sorry, that because that's your brother or sibling. It's a family preference uh, relationship, so it's a different situation. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Judy, I know. Thanks for telling me. I don't know how to. Oh, bingo! There we go. I don't know how to do that on Instagram though. Thank you so much. I mean, I knew it was backwards, but I didn't know you could unmirror it. All right. Oh, that's great. I feel good. Feeling good right now. Thanks, Judy. That's one less tech issue I have to worry about. Unruly Mark, how long does it take for remove conditions? 2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years. Bashir on TikTok. Sorry, here's some noises in the background. I can't tell if it's a kid or anyway. Okay, Bashir, your brother and sister have an I-130 application that you filed, but they passed the interview 5 months ago. They are kisses on process. I don't know what that means. I think he meant to say something else. Do I know how long it will take? Okay, Bashir, let's see if we can get you on because I think some of the wrong terms were used. Let's see. Let me see if you're still on. I can't find your name on here. Oh, your mom? Your mom? Your mom's not going to cut it, MG, unfortunately, because your mom, it would only be considered immediate relative for you if you were under 21 and if your mom was a citizen. So those two facts are not in line for you. Shob on YouTube, you have H1B, you lost your job. How much time do you have finding a job? 60 days. You better get on it. Anyone have the company in America and need to hire someone? What's your position? Shob, let us know. I'm not a recruiter, but hey, I'm all on all these platforms. Might as well share. It's kind of like a dating app. They told you even though she was a citizen, or if she were a citizen, it would still take a long time. Yeah, it's a kind of a complex situation. So if you want, email us. We're happy to share a chart about it. All right, Shob said that sorry if I don't know your gender, but his or hers position that's looking for a supply chain demand manager or inventory management. That's a very specific occupation. So if anyone is an employer watching this later, 1 hour in, please message us and maybe we can get his resume. Connect y'all. Okay, let's see. That's right, MG. That's the ticket. That is the super golden ticket. I know, that's hard. You gotta find the right fit. Mm-hmm. All right, boss lady, let's get you on. I'm gonna hop off pretty soon. I gotta do my day job. What's up, boss lady?
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, back in 2021, I just got married and I filed my adjustment of status. So I didn't have my name changed then. So the application was filed in my maiden name. So that conditional green card expired, and then I changed my name after it was expired. So I filed for the I-751 with the name change. So they
Okay.
sent the 48-month extension with the new name, which is my married name. So that's why I was asking you, like, the green card name is still the maiden name, and the I-751, the 48-month extension is in my married name. Also, my passport is in my married name.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking, like, I mean, I traveled with it like that last October, but I didn't even realize that was what was happening until I decided to check because I have a trip coming up. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, is there additional documents I need to carry or something?
No, but I'm assuming you're probably asking because of recent stories under Trump.
Yeah.
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 I mean, if you've been able to travel and they don't like question it in a sense, I think that's normal because it's actually not easy to like get a new passport in a new name. It's quite a process.
No, the passport
right?
is in my new name, the passport and the 48-month extension letter. It's just the green card, the expired green card is in the maiden name still.
Okay. But yeah, in the application 751, you put the Mary name. So I mean,
Yes.
worst case scenario, just have a photocopy of the 751 application or the receipt notice. That's most important.
Yeah,
The
I have
receipt
that.
note extension notice, the official one, the one that feels like money.
Yeah.
Basically, definitely bring that one. Like make a copy of that on your phone too, and put in your.
Okay, and
Yeah,
should,
just
I
in
should
case.
also take like the marriage certificate to show the name discrepancies.
I don't know if you have to go that far because the 751 already has the new name, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like that should be
Okay.
enough. But hey, if you want to bring everything, you could.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's
crazy,
just so
right?
much. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care. All right. All right. These are most of these scenarios. Most of these scenarios, you don't necessarily have to schedule a meeting. So we're different. We don't like to gatekeep. We love to share information. But look, if your situation might need more time, then definitely schedule a meeting. And I think the way to do that, if you want to speak directly to an attorney, that's the pricing right there. Okay, sorry, on Instagram it's backwards. But I need to get these in order. But if you read our Google reviews, you know you need an attorney. Don't mess around. Just do this. Schedule during the live show. You could fill out on that form, on that link, LINK, or just call in. This is less than a cup of coffee. So, because some of y'all might wonder, like, oh, you just want to make sure, like, this Green Card Guys Law Group do the service that you need. That's fine. We feel like it's ridiculous to charge 3 digits just for you to ask that question. So, that's really help y'all out. Okay, so take advantage of it. All right, y'all. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Again, if you have been here for at least a minute and you haven't done already, go ahead and follow. Click the bell on your respective channel. And I appreciate it. I got to do my day job now. All right. Y'all have a good one. You're welcome, MG. Take care. Peace.